Hello and welcome to the preseason of the Crown Cup. I am Zima. I'm joined today by Maui and Smixon, and today we have a show match for you. It's APL Luna versus EC Eclipse. Today we're gonna find out if the moon is gonna be eclipsed by the sun or the other way around. I don't know where I was going with it. I made this whole thing up beforehand and I forgot what I was gonna do. Actually, it was Maui, I believe, who came up with. How are you guys doing?
I'm doing great. I'm very excited to see this match. I'm gonna be honest, two teams I'm not very familiar with, um, but it seems to be a dive mirror from what I could glean from the sheet. So that means kind of high-paced action. I'm kind of looking forward to see how that all kind of plays out.
Right
Yeah, I
on.
mean, we're excited.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, I've personally played against APL Luna quite a
Mhm.
few times in the past few months, but they have recently rebuilt. That's not something that they say on the sheet, but it is something that I can bring to the table here. As I believe I can only I only know of two people on their current roster who have been here for several months, and one of them is actually just returning for today. It's gonna be Jackies for who's
Yeah,
gonna
I saw that as
be
well.
filling in.
For one
But
night only, on the flex support position,
yeah.
listed as top two favorite heroes, Kiriko and Kiriko.
Okay.
Yeah, most played Kiriko and favorite hero Kiriko. Somebody likes Kiriko a lot, I guess. All right. Let's look at the rosters while we're talking about it. I do want to introduce the players uh, for APL Luna. Start with that since we were already talking about them. We have Stormer and Kappa on the DPS, Jackie as and Tiger on the support, and
I
the
do believe that
tank
is empty on
is
tank.
empty. Yeah, that's actually quite fitting.
Yep. Whoops.
um,
Perhaps
either
a
way,
joke from our producers, but it's fine.
yeah. There we go.
There we go.
Yeah, empty has we have. I think I played against empty. I don't know if it was on this squad or not. My memory isn't that good, but Jackies and Tiger, they've been playing together for a while, at least for 3 months. So there is a little bit of synergy in that backline we're gonna see today. And
And the thing
yeah.
that stands out to me about Luna
Mhm.
is they wrote down their preferred comp as a dive, and they listed all these dive heroes. But looking at kind of the favored characters here, it looks like more of a brawl story almost with the Orisa and the Mei in there. So I'm really curious to see which of those kind of identities they'll go with. If they'll go with what is their like perceived favored comp, or if they're sticking kind of with a more brawly thing, which kind of has been what I kind of see as the meta based on at least what I've been seeing recently.
I
Mm.
had Fortune, the Scrum Luna, actually, like, I think 2 days ago. Yeah, it was on Saturday. Uh, oh, Tiger on Wuyang. I haven't really seen him on Wuyang. Tiger
Mhm.
is more so Lucio player, so I'm surprised to see Wuyang right here on the screen compared to his impeccable Lucio. But Luna has absolutely improved. I mean, throughout this entire season, we've been playing them like on and off, and they have absolutely been a menace. Um, they are right now a little stunned as they're like rebuilding their roster. However, even the current roster as it is genuinely really good.
Yeah. Um, I don't know if you can see the subs for this roster. They do have three people on the bench: Holden, Lassie, and Nero. Um, they might come in, they might not. We don't know. Uh,
Lacey is their new flex support, and she is
mhm.
out of country right now. She's actually my friend, and I think Holden is filling in for Tank while they look for a full-time tank on
Mm.
their roster.
Yeah,
Which
great
would
insight.
explain the one night only. as mentioned
Yeah.
previously.
Yeah, Holden. I mean, I've casted this guy for years at this point. I mean, he is a hyper flex. Like,
Mm.
uh, think I started when I first started casting. I've casted him on tank. I've played against him on support. I don't know what he cannot do. He can just do everything, honestly.
I
That's
played on a team with him. Yeah, he used to play flex DPS for us. I would
Flex
say
DPS.
hit scan is definitely his worst role out of them
Mm.
all. But yeah, he does great in all of the roles pretty much.
So
Yeah.
speaking of multiple roles, I think that could segue us nicely into EC Eclipse because looking at their roles, they have quite a bit of flexibility as well. Specifically, we got Mezzy, Scars, Tactical Jazz, Femsick, and Shadowy. And the point that really stood out to me was their kind of DPS position because you got Scars on the hit scan position, whose most played hero is Ana, and favorite hero is Zen. And we've got Tactical Jazz in the flex position, whose most played hero is Brig, and favorite hero is Hanzo. Meanwhile, on support, Shadowy's most played hero is Diva. So I'm starting to get a sense that I don't really know what's going on.
They could be
Because
just
that is
trolling.
not necessarily the heroes that they've put here. And indeed, under Scars' sheet, he has put that Scars has played Crown Cup in every division on every role. So
That
truly
is
a flex
impressive.
master as well. So flexibility on
Mm.
both sides here. And very interested to see if this kind of look affects the way they play together as a team, if they maybe go for some of those more switches, because unlike APL Luna, they don't have any subs on the bench.
Yeah.
So this is what it is. I will
I've
say that hero rosters aren't always true.
yeah.
I have also been guilty of this during the last Crown Cup, where my team was like, "Hey, don't put our actual comp out there. People are gonna see us." Put something random. So I mean, we really don't know what it is that we're gonna get.
Well, as a former
I
player
do
of
hope they
tank
don't lie
players
to
only,
us.
I can't help but agree. We've had some fun, favorable heroes as well, being all tank players. But I don't know. I find it interesting also to see that Scars is playing while Scars V2 is coaching. So interested to see if that's the same person on an alt account or if it's two different people completely. I
I
guess
mean, it
only
wouldn't be
time
unheard
will
of.
tell.
I mean, they're
It
both
wouldn't be unheard of for the
they're
player.
both from the
Yeah,
same
sorry.
country though, so they're both
Yeah,
Jamaican
exactly.
British. So it's either that it's one person who, for some reason, has an alter ego, or
Their alter
or
ego being themselves version 2.
yes. I mean, we should all have a
I mean,
version
who
two of
can blame
ourselves.
them?
Yeah.
Or it's just siblings or something. Who knows?
That is
Or
a possibility.
Yeah.
yeah,
It could be twins.
I mean, it wouldn't be the wildest Overwatch combination. I've played against a 7-year-old. So they're
What?
truly, oh yeah, in an official as well. Truly a
wow.
kind of universal game.
Either way, we have to plug something here, as Crown
Yes.
Cup is about to start very, very soon. The signups are open and we're still waiting for teams to sign up. So if you have friends who you want to play a tournament with, you can do that. In Crown Cup, you just have to register, and here's the registration form. Go fill it out. I don't know if we can put a link in chat or something like that, but either way, it's probably going to be somewhere on Discord as well. So go and fill that out. Go play in the Crown Cup. It's gonna be a ton of fun. I'm gonna be casting throughout. I mean, these two
Absolutely,
are
all
also
three
gonna
of
be
us are.
casting.
Yeah.
So you might get your game streamed, and that's always a lot of fun. So go do that and have fun.
Look, all I'm saying is I have 3 teams in an org. They're all ready to go into Crown Cup. Uh, So I mean, if you don't want the positions to be filled, I would go sign up right now before I get up and do it.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Right. Looks like it is 8 p.m., which means the match is gonna start soon. I
Uh,
so
well, while we're into the plugging, I'm
oh
gonna say that you can go on YouTube, the Crown Cup YouTube, and you can look at old matches from the previous Crown Cups, and I believe 2 of my matches were streamed. There's one. Yeah, no, I didn't cast in the last Crown Cup, but I did play in the last Crown Cup, so you can find 2 of my matches in there. You should totally look at them.
That's
That's all
great.
I'm saying.
I did in fact not play in the previous Crown Cups, but nonetheless, the previous VODs there are quite good. I do believe I've watched through the grand finals, Knikten Circus versus, I believe it's APL Seoul. You might want to
Yes.
correct me on that one. In an effort to anti-Knikten Circus before we got 5-0'd by them in scrims. So, a very fun tournament with very good casters that makes me kind of nervous to be here, to be honest. Go check out the previous seasons while you wait for the next one.
oh yeah.
Absolutely.
And while we have a minute, Smixon, you had a little bit of a game, I believe, for us. No?
I
So we
do
can
indeed.
fill some time here.
Let me just shuffle in the special ones.
Don't spoil
Yeah.
it.
Because what I have here is a way to predict the outcome of our future match with this Overwatch card deck. So we know our teams like playing a certain number of different compositions. There are some classics. You got your Lucio Curie backlines, you got your Tracers, and for one of these teams, EC Eclipse, you've got your Balls. But the question is, can we, as a trio, manage to predict their comp most accurately? So I've got this deck of cards here, each of which corresponding to an Overwatch hero, and I think we should just, quite frankly, go around the table, pull a card for each of us, and see who gets the most heroes played.
How am I gonna pull the card? Are you gonna do it
I'll
for
pull
me?
it for you, to be
Okay,
honest. That's the best way of doing it. Would you like to begin?
Yeah, I'm gonna reach out. Which way do I reach out?
Yeah.
I'm reaching out. There's a card.
It is Ana.
Ooh, okay.
All right. Mary, would you like to go next?
Yes.
All right.
You have
I've
to
got
reach
a
out. You
card.
have to reach out.
It is Soldier 76. I promise I
I'm
shuffled
gonna
these, the 2
lose.
aces.
I'm gonna lose.
I could get something way worse here. Because the next card is Reaper. Shit.
Ooh, I mean,
I'm realizing
okay.
the shuffle
It's
isn't as random
viable.
as I might have originally thought. Let's just kind of.
I mean, of all the
reshuffle
3
this.
heroes, I feel like Reaper is the most
Yeah.
likely
No,
one
Reaper
to
is the most
happen.
viable.
Yeah.
Yeah, Reaper
Yeah,
is the most
Reaper.
viable.
I mean,
How about three cards for each of us, and let's just see who gets the most points.
Sure.
Oh, I thought we were just gonna talk about the picks, but that works as well.
All right, Zima, are you ready? Card number 2.
Sure. Oh,
it's Torbjorn.
Okay, we can throw that one out.
next to
We
the
can
other?
throw that one out. That's not happening.
You want to reshuffle? You want to? Sure,
No,
I'll go. Okay.
So, I mean, that's the kind I got dealt, so I don't know. It's not gonna
Please
appear.
give me Lucio. Please give me Lucio. Please give me Lucio. Please give me Lucio.
It is Bastion.
Okay.
Could be a Cat Bastion variation,
Bastion.
not as relevant anymore, but still a chance.
Yeah.
And for me, I've got Orisa.
Oh.
Okay, wait, that's really good because Empty is gonna be playing that.
I see. We have a winner
He's
already.
Cheating.
Reaper
He's
and
cheating.
Orisa. The 2 like really viable heroes.
Genuinely, it is shuffled. I swear.
All right, give me my last card. Make it Junkrat.
It's Sim.
Okay, it's
Sim viable in a lot of metas. It is viable, I think Sim could be played here. I would love to see a Sim be played.
I don't know if these teams play Sim though. It's like this hero needs the whole team to be around the Sim. So
absolutely,
if we have 2 Sim mirror teams, maybe.
And Mary, it's Sombra.
Damn it.
It's rigged.
This is rigged. This is rigged.
I swear, if this is a relevant hero,
This is gonna be a
Wow.
Kiriko.
It's Ramatra.
Okay, it's a
Okay.
relevant hero.
My
Okay,
luck
this
has
is Nick.
somewhat
I'm
turned.
gonna walk out. Okay, whatever.
Reaper. We're talking a Reaper. We're talking a Ramatra and Orisa.
Well, if they
And
play
we just
Orisa, I'd be very
discussed
surprised
that
if they also play
brawl.
Ram.
I mean, if Orisa's
I mean,
banned, they're gonna play Ram. Ram
yeah,
is like
Yeah.
the best brawl tank.
Smixon, I feel like you got very lucky here. All three heroes.
Yeah, no, I've got
This is a
insanely
prediction.
lucky.
This is my prediction.
No,
All three
this
heroes
is
are gonna be
rigged.
played. All three
Okay.
heroes
This is
from
rigged.
your hand
Rigged.
are gonna be played. That's my
Luna, if
prediction.
you're watching, Luna, if you're watching, Cat Bastion, Sombra, you know,
Cat Bastion
I'll
Sombra with
let
a
you win the
soldier
next room too.
variation.
Look,
There we
I'll
go.
let
Yeah.
you win the next room that we play against each other. I promise you will throw my police.
Yep. I'm just gonna keep track of points in my own little sheet over here as well.
All
That being
right.
said, we still have no word on maps
Yeah.
or bans so far, so I guess you're stuck with us for a bit more. I did not expect the draw to go like that.
I
I
got
feel
both
very
third
bad now.
heroes. I got
Yeah.
both third heroes. Let's go. Turrets for the win.
All you're missing is an Ilari for the
Yeah.
triple bingo.
Then bring over a
Um,
deadlock deck as well. Give me McGinnis, stuff like that. And then we're set. We just like place the best players
Absolutely.
on the field and then keep going.
Meanwhile,
And,
Mary has gotten 3 damage heroes and
3.
only 1 support gold.
And out of which none are. Oh my god, this camera is gonna be the death of me.
Oh,
I'm gonna lose my shit.
I mean,
all right.
I will be surprised if
Well, that
one
depends.
hero from Mary is going to be played. For me, I wouldn't be surprised if Anna gets played. Torbjorn and Sim,
Yeah.
less so. And Smixon, I will be surprised if
I mean, they will play Sim
If
if they're
all of them are-
But does the wait? Does the TP at a point count as playing Sim?
Yes. We got map pick currently. It is going to be, I believe that is Oasis first. For the side of, let me check my chats here. EC for EC Eclipse. They're picking the Oasis, presumably going for something that enables that ball style a bit. What do you guys think of this pick?
Yeah, it could be good for ball, but I feel like on the other side, Orisa is also pretty strong on this map. I'm thinking University. I'm thinking these closed down like spaces where ball doesn't really thrive as much. There's not that much high ground on that map. So it could be good for either team, I'm gonna say. Yeah.
Absolutely. I think it comes down to the bans here, really.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I
Which we are still waiting for. I think EC presumably have a plan. Presumably are going to ban out that Orisa early if they know that that's what APL like to play.
Could also save it for a map that they feel less comfortable on, because like you said, ball could be really good on this map too. I mean, it's really up to the preference of the teams what they want to ban here. It's it could be good for either team.
As
Really.
I'm getting word here that EC has banned Mizuki.
But they could be playing ball then if they're banning music. Music cues into down and all dives.
Yeah, I think
Something
it's
like that.
I think it's a ban of a counter pick for Wrecking Ball. They do want to play the Wrecking Ball, and that just enables it that little bit more. There's still some picks that they can that Luna can go for to counter this composition, but Mizuki is I feel like one of the biggest ones in that like little hero pool of heroes that Ball doesn't like playing against.
Absolutely, but I mean, at the same time, I kind of got a question because APL Luna, not really, from what I've seen, a team that would enjoy playing that Mizuki. They seem to be more of like a Lucio Kiri type team, or Tiger maybe flexing over to that Wu Yang, as his player card was alluding to earlier. But even so, So I mean, getting that kind of counter out early means they probably just want to try to secure a map off of that ball play style.
Yeah. I mean, it could work. Yeah. Depending on what EC or sorry, Luna come out of the gate with on the bans, they could ban ball altogether here if they know what's coming. So the tank role is still open. It's really
Absolutely. The
a matter
question
of
is if
prep.
they'll risk it.
Yeah.
As I see my co-caster has disappeared from my box.
Oh boy.
It's
I mean,
fine, I'm
Apologies.
sure. Oh,
I mean, of any, yeah, and there we go.
it
We
is going to be
have
the ball
wrecking
ban,
ball.
as you were alluding to there, Zima.
I mean, if you're gonna ban ball, you're gonna ban it when Mizuki is banned, right? So because that's a, like I said, a big counter for them. And yeah, either way, I am gonna leave you to do it as I will head down to the other voice chat and have some nice time watching this game while you have to work and cast it. So goodbye.
We'll miss you, Zuma. Don't be
Absolutely.
away for too long.
We'll see you right after this map. As let's just make sure the layout gets changed properly. Yes, there we go. So Oasis, Mizuki, and Ballban. The question here is where will EC Eclipse go with this Ballban in play? Because APL Luna, Mizuki ban, at least from what I've seen, wouldn't affect them much, but EC Eclipse, Ball is kind of their preferred both comp playstyle and Mezzi's preferred hero choice. So the question really is how they respond to this. And I guess it would be some sort of dive style as well, since that is kind of what both teams are leaning on. But as we go into the map, it seems like Mezzi is on the Zarya early and a Reaper on the field along with a Kiri Wuyang. But still, it's early days. We could see these kind of change. In the meantime, APL Luna do not, in fact, have Empty on tank, but have Vibing on tank, who I have written down as their coach. So I'm going to have to adjust that. Yeah.
No, Sim is in the play, guys. Sim got played. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, good job, good job. A point early for Mary, but a point also for me for the Reaper. As the first fight kind of kicking off here, just a bit of a skirmish towards each side of the point. The Winston from APL Luna taking that space early, while the Zarya trying to do the walk up on the high ground, dive onto the Cassidy, as we're briefly out of the fight. But the Winston falls very low, vibing. He's in a very precarious position here, has to try to play around the point. No kills found so far, but the boop off the map even, but manages to make it work. Heichi Stormer is the one who dies instead, and Scars manages to find Kappa. That's the Tracer gone, and now 2 picks going in for EC Eclipse. They look to have the advantage going into this first fight, and it does seem to be a kite overall. Jace dies to Mezzi, and that is probably going to just seal it. The vibing eventually dying on point there.
Unfortunately, Luna has lost. Cassidy's coming up to the high noon. Luna can't really keep up with the ult economy. I think EC Eclipse is gonna have ult advantage in the next fight as they're gonna build their high noon pretty quickly. Luna really needs to get aggressive and find a target to jump at,
and as
so
you
they
say
have.
that, vibing is straight onto the kind of main core of EC Eclipse here, but no picks found so far until Scars drops early, in fact. So that hit is going to find a bit of purchase. Trying to just poke out the Tracer, but Femsic is dead as well. She's just taken out of the fight way too early there to try to sustain, and now all of a sudden it's kind of turned everything around. Tactical Jazz follows suit, and Tiger traded out luckily by Shadowy on the Wuyang, but Mezzi falling is going to be the nail in the coffin. This fight is over for EC Eclipse, and a strong retake from APL Luna.
Absolutely. APL Luna has pulse, so we shall see if Kappa can get anything off. They just got their Sojourn ult, and it seems that Eclipse is gonna have their Kitsune first. Kitsune is absolutely a game-changing, like a fight-changing ult if they get off Kitsune
Deep
in
TP
time.
from Tactical Jazz going over to the high ground, but it's going to be the Tracer looking for the pulse bomb onto Femsic. doesn't quite find anything. In the meantime, Shadowy and Tactical Jazz are dead already, so doesn't even need to invest the pulse. No ultimates used so far, except EC Eclipse using that Wu Yang, and HE Stormer now with the overclock. Tiger finds a kill as well, along with HE Stormer, and is going to close out the fight. As chat is just going crazy over there. But 2 ultimates still in the name of EC Eclipse versus 3 for Luna.
I think Luna is winning this ult economy as they have beat coming up. They only invested 1 ult against the Wuyang ult. But we don't know. I mean, grab is coming up. If Mezzi gets a really big grab and Tactical can actually follow up on it, it might be a good turnaround.
These Winston hits have been so early, but Kappa this time the one to fall as Shadowy picks up that pick.
Ooh.
The vibing doesn't get anything for the Primal Rage either, so this fight might just have to be a complete reset from the side of Luna. They're at 94% already, and counting, so it's still very dangerous position for EC Eclipse, but they finally managed to find a bit of a foothold, a bit of a way in to through this fight, right? As the poke coming through on the top lane, Luna, I think, would be looking for an early Kitsune rush. So likely to have a big ultimate trade coming up here in just a moment. As they've tried to almost flip the map.
Probably under a lot of pressure. Yeah, Mezzi is under a lot of pressure. I mean, everything just kind of counts on this grab, and beat is best.
Beat comes through from Tiger. Tiger followed up by the lane. No ultimate still used for EC Eclipse. They think they can hold this still. Tactical Jazz takes down Kappa. So that's going to be that kind of off-angle duel 1 for the side of EC Eclipse, but they don't have much else. Femsic finally invests the Kitsune rush. And the Reaper ultimate, kind of the one thing they have left going for them. It's Scars is taking down Vibing already. So this fight is going the way of Eclipse. The later ultimates coming through and kind of winning them this fight. And now it's final fight territory for Luna as well, with only the Death Blossom kind of in play, along with the Overclock and the Pulse Bomb.
APL Luna is absolutely in a tough position. They just invested the Sojourn ult and Pulse. That's
and
a huge
is dead already.
Pulse.
It might just be a flip here from APL Luna, and indeed it is. Vibing, taking out Tactical Jazz might just be the nail in the coffin. Really only the Tracer for some Scars, able to get a touch in. Lucio flying through Femsic on the cat. Even manages to find that first touch. So still overtime being kept alive, but nothing really to stall this out. Mezzi is on the Doomfist, but Shadowy's dead on the Lucio in the meantime. So the Doom gonna probably go down here in just a moment, but the cat ready and does not get the touch. And that's gonna be the first round going to APL Luna. As my co-caster has once again disappeared from the kind of position, but an excellent round there played from both teams, really back and forth in the fights. But I think ultimately EC Eclipse, they were great at holding those fights until later, and it really came down to whether that initial hit from Vibing would come through and find picks. When it did, it was glorious for them. But when it didn't, it kind of ended up with them crumbling. But in the end, that final fight, those crucial picks coming in really early, killing the tank, for example, with the Pulse Bomb that had been saved through multiple fights, ended up being very useful in turning the tide of that. From a position where EC almost looked like they were gonna take it.
I really do feel I am really in pain to say this, but I have to surrender my place to Zima. Zima, please take care of the game for me.
All right, absolutely. Going back into it now, as we're switching casters, Vibing takes down Scars. So an initial pick for APL Luna. Luna just trying to play around that Winston bubble that's been left behind, as the Winston mirror coming through now, along with the Lucio Kiri that we all know and love.
Vibing is back onto the Winston, I believe. Or no, but it's Mezzi who was on.
It was Mezzi on Zarya previously.
Yeah, they're forced to mirror here, as I mean, this is a very high ground heavy map, and you really need this high ground control. Winston is really good at dealing with that, and
getting
Vibing
chased down a bit, but in the meantime, Scars goes down, and that might just be a forced kind of fallback from EC Eclipse. They're just trying to stay alive right now, finding any sort of way in as they're waiting for the respawn timers. But HC Stormer taking down Tactical Jazz on that trade from Jay, so keeping that fight kind of still in an advantage position for Luna, but still getting kind of dangerous now. Tactical
Yeah.
Jazz putting subscribe to me much in the chat as the bubble coming through in the forward position, but Scar is taken down by Vibing every single time APL. They're able to kind of get a pick off of that initial engage from EC Eclipse. They're able to keep that kind of numbers advantage throughout this entire extended period of fights.
Yeah, this Tracer is doing a lot of
As you
distracting
say
in the
that,
backline. Does fall, but either way, I mean, APL Luna still are in control of the point. They Eclipse needs to flip this to have some points on the board, but Messi does use a primal rage here to secure
Jace dying
some
early in
more
HE
picks.
Stormer means there's a good chance of a flip here, and indeed there will be. But still, 5 ultimates now for the side of APL Luna versus
Yeah,
practically just 1 for the side of Eclipse. Maybe you'll have
yeah,
the Death Blossom by
Eclipse.
the end of this next fight, but they are.
Yeah, Eclipse
If APL
overspent
Luna
here.
play this well, absolutely
Yeah,
that's
this
an overspend. This could be a
but
dangerous snowball.
yeah, APL Luna in a very comfortable seat here going into the next fight. They have so much to work with here, and I mean they're trying to get a really nice position here on this high ground, but Messi is there to say no, you cannot go here. Even pops a bubble on the overclock. That's a lot of damage mitigated, but Scars falls and Femsick
Stormer
as
with
well.
2 immediately just changes the entire tide of this, keeping Luna once again in control.
Yeah, HC
It's
Stormer,
just all
the
over.
hero of the hour here, as Kappa finishes off the tank. It's 20% away from the map being complete here by APL Luna, and
First round was
EC
close,
Eclipse
but with
still
4
needs to
ultimates still in the
touch here,
bank,
and yeah, it's not looking good
this
for
has looked
Eclipse
absolutely
as
clinical from
Shadowy
Luna
goes
so far.
down.
2 ults used so far. Shadowy and Femshik both taken down. No backline available for EC Eclipse. Their Vibing is going to try desperately to get a jump on, and Tiger actually does fall to the Death Blossom, but without that backline support, it's going to be so difficult, and Jazz has to get off point. The Winston just
Yeah,
chasing them
oh,
off all the way into the cars. Nothing they can do about that. Shadowy takes down Kappa in the meantime. So just trying desperately once again for that long time stall. Tactical Jest. Okay, I'm not gonna be reading that one out loud.
well,
As the
I mean,
fight
EC Eclipse
continuing on the
are
point.
stalling pretty well here. As I say that Jack finds the kill onto Shadowy, that's a lot of the healing of Eclipse down. Scars falls as well,
And
and no
indeed,
touch means
no touch
APO
available.
Luna go up 1-0 after the first map.
Absolutely, and I guess we'll see if we're going back to a desk or not, or if it's just us for today.
Yeah, I don't know. It's gonna we're gonna learn in a few minutes though, but for now you're gonna be stuck here with me. But as we say that, what a play here for HG Stormer. Getting 3 kills here is really what brought them back into this round and kind of helped them secure it as well. That was just one ultimate used for that clip and for that fight, and that's really what won them or closed it out for them in the end.
Well,
Absolutely.
I'm gonna have to say that me personally, I was really rooting for APL Luna. I might be a little biased, because we are very good friends with them. And I'm very excited that they won. It's gonna be AC Eclipse map, and any thoughts on where they could go?
Um, I
Well,
mean,
it's a
if
wide
you
open pool.
yeah, if you look at the map pool, if we can pull that up, uh, probably would be better.
Yep.
There we go. Well,
I mean,
APL Luna, I feel like they want to play a little bit of more brawly kind of composition with empty in the roster, so maybe something like King's Draw would suit them very well. Is my thought really.
But since it
yeah.
is like EC's map pick, I think you gotta remember that their kind of main secret weapon of the Wrecking Ball was banned out, and I think they're going to try to lean into that now that they don't have that kind of restriction on them anymore, even if the Mizuki is in play. So I'd definitely be looking at some of like maybe the divier maps.
I I'm I mean, Calypso is an option for Ball, I would say. It's definitely on the table. I mean, if they manage to pull off Ball on Gibraltar, they will absolutely have to get rid of Monkey. As we have seen, APL Luna really likes to dabble into Monkey, and that might pose them some trouble because Monkey is debatably stronger on Gibraltar than pretty much any other dive tank.
I would argue any other tank except for Diva, actually. But Diva doesn't count. She's
Oh
just
man,
OP.
you're just like my tank. My tank prefers Diva all the time. I mean,
Well,
I'm very
yeah.
excited to see the ongoing match between Eclipse and Luna. I will continue rooting for Luna, but I do wish Eclipse all the best. They have proven that they're absolutely wonderful players. And have we gotten any news on the next map?
No news on map pick, but we do have stats available now for our previous game. As we can see, obviously HC Storm are kind of the defining player on the side of Luna, always getting those picks and obviously having that massive play up the top ropes, as Zima was mentioning.
It is fun to see that APL Luna has not swapped a single time any of their heroes. They're very confident in the comp that they're playing.
Well, if it ain't broke,
I mean,
don't fix it.
Yeah, they weren't really challenged that much, I wouldn't say, so it does make sense. I mean, it's very interesting that either team only has two players, or one player on each team who have used an ult in both the rounds. I mean, it just goes to show how quickly these rounds got played out, how one-sided they were in favor
Yeah.
of Luna.
None of them emoted, not a single time, which is absolutely soul crushing. Come on, guys, keep it up.
It's a show
What
match,
happened
guys. Be toxic,
what
nothing.
what
Especially with the
happened to
chat
dabbing on
looking the
top of
way
your
it
enemies?
looked. Yeah.
Absolutely. You know, you gotta back it up. Um, let's see who had the most eliminations. It would be HC
HC Stormer,
Stormer.
as mentioned, yeah.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
he has absolutely been turning the game around. Actually, didn't HC Stormer play Soch?
Yes.
Yes. He has been turning the game around, and the watching him is like an absolute treat.
But I do find it interesting that the vibing is in on tank and that they've committed to this dive style, which I do kind of fear as someone with two brawl tanks on my card deck. But nonetheless, it is interesting to see them kind of committing to that style. It makes me wonder if whether they have empty kind of on the like on the sidelines ready to go, or whether this is kind of the look they're committing to. But I think right now, definitely, this is something that they should be able to stick with. Because unless the ball is able to challenge that and kind of change the game in one of those ways, then I mean, this is kind of just an open hand for them to take this match so far.
Yeah.
I, I, uh, I mean, Eclipse, if you're listening, I know I like to listen between matches. Keep your head up high. I mean, you played good. Just lock in. You had your ball comp pretty much out of your hands, which was very unfortunate considering the Mizuki ban. But the good news is that they can't ban ball anymore. I mean, you have the free reign for the rest of the maps. Just turn around, get it together. I'm sure that Eclipse is gonna bring a major fight once they're on their actual comp.
Well, I did love to see tactical jazz on that tracer.
Nah.
So paired up with the ball as well. I mean, they're going to be an unstoppable duo. I can just sense it. So I am looking forward to that. Unless unless a Luna somehow ban tracer as well. So then we're gonna have to wait for another map.
I do
All right.
wonder who Eclipse is gonna ban. Well, first, which map they're gonna choose.
And we do have a map
No,
selection.
Suravasa.
Suravasa, yeah.
Suravasa.
Okay. Yeah, that's
I
great.
mean,
Maybe a
out
game
of
mode that's
all
more
of the
comfortable for them.
flashpoints, I mean, out of all of the flash maps, if I had to pick one to play ball on, it would absolutely be Suravasa.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, just getting one of the, I guess, more favorable maps available, and getting kind of a very brawl-heavy game mode where New Junk City especially is kind of known for favoring the kind of Ramatro, Orisa, the stuff that perhaps someone with those cards on their deck would want. But I mean, this really is the kind of best pick in their situation because they're going to want to play the ball. The question is if APL Luna will pull out that same kind of Mizuki response that was kind of like hinted at through the bans last map, or whether they'll stick to the Lucio Kiri that they're more comfortable on and try to mirror, I guess, the dive with the Winston. And only time will tell as bans slowly but surely coming through. I'm seeing rumors of a Sojourn ban in the chat, but we'll see
They're
in just a
scared.
moment.
I mean, I would be scared too if the Sojourn just soloed half of my team. Yeah, I would also be absolutely terrified of.
I mean, yeah, I do agree with that, Ben. We haven't seen it yet, but HC Stormer did pop off hard.
Yeah. I mean, that's not Luna's hit scan out of the game. He has the option to play Cassidy, has the option to play Emre. Emre is incredibly strong. It really depends what Luna is planning to play. We might see some Bastion, wing, wonk. We're for me.
As the internet issues coming back to bite us, but that is absolutely fine. We have a Bastion ban very much possible. I'm sure you, Mary, would be very happy about that. Or no, sorry, Zima would be. Wait,
no,
who has what?
No, I'm Bastion.
Oh,
yeah,
Mary has Bastion. I have.
You have Sim. I'm so sorry.
I have Sim, Torbjorn,
I have to readjust my. Yes. All turret heroes and Ana.
Ana, yeah. Well,
yes.
I have one. Smixon has one already played. A Sim was played in the first 3 seconds of the map.
It was.
Mary is not so lucky yet.
As it is a Sojourn Zarya ban.
Oh,
the Zarya ban I find quite interesting, but I guess they're trying to eliminate kind of the ground tank option, hoping they can deal with the ball well enough to kind of force a different look from Eclipse, I guess.
APL Luna. Eclipse did run out on the Zarya at the beginning of the map. It didn't work out too well for them, but I mean, if it's not even in the roster, they cannot play it, so it's gonna be a little bit less comfortable for them to, play what they wanted to.
Absolutely, and I mean, as we're loading into the map now, I will say I do think they were more successful on the Zarya look. They got to 99 to 99 within a fight still, which is a bit more, I think, that you could say for their Winston look, as I felt like that was kind of a more spread out version of EC Eclipse that got really picked off in the pre-fight, to be honest. But here we go, APL Luna. Oh, you better believe they are running the Mizuki. They are running the full Sigma Mizuki comp.
With May as well.
Oh, yeah.
Everything is going to be thrown into this ball, and Mezzi is going to have to sway off a lot of this pressure from APL Luna to, if they want to win this second map. Sim, once again, my hero is getting played for 2 seconds. Oh, it looks like 3 seconds this time, and it's.
And is that a swap to a Reaper? I see, but I've already got that point, unfortunately.
Wait. Do you see what I see? Scars is on Soldier, so
Mary has gotten a point.
Well.
As the ball kind of going just around the objective here, and he finds not really much, but just a bit of distraction so far, as first cap seems to be pressured by Luna already, kind of poking around the point. Kappa falls a bit low, but none of the hits really landing anything, as ball POV kind of being the favorite position of our observers here. And Jace taken down just as soon as, in the blink of an eye, and HC Stormer to follow. No mercy here already from Mezzi, as he wants to get rid of that kind of ball ban situation from the first map. I'm not quite sure what the stream audio is doing right now, but May in the ice block already, and with Tiger also found, This is just
That's
a early bloodbath for EC Eclipse, but the point cap means that 40% on the board still for Luna.
and that's why, I mean, we just seen why this guy Messi is a ball player. What an amazing player from this ball. I mean, what you saw there was really difficult to pull off. The attack on this hero is quite immense, as you saw there, and that was what won them this fight. Going to the
And
next one,
it's a
though,
forward setup that's kind of countered though by Luna trying to go around the back, but immediately you see the flank from that ball so early on that reaction, but already Luna have managed to get all the way through the choke. And access to the backline is kind of limited as Mezzi not finding much, and in fact, it's a flip for Luna. So they're going to be getting almost up to 75%, even in the worst case scenario here. They're really trying to
ooh,
play that objective, and Tactical Jazz taken down early means they have a real chance of winning this fight as well. The Maywell doesn't quite find much as we're lagging a bit here, but that's fine. As HC Stormer, though, falls low. That ball, always a threat. Kappa, he's got the Blizzard early, and another wall to boot. 82% now for the side of Luna. They're blocking off the Kitsune rush. There's absolutely nothing that Eclipse can do here, as the Mizuki ult also placed on point. So just no way for them to get in, and without that ball ready, that's going to be the first stall available for them. But Scars chased down by Kappa, and doesn't look like there's going to be a second touch, and indeed
no.
there isn't. The first flashpoint goes to Luna.
Yeah, both teams used the Kitsune rushes as. Did I see a Death Blossom? No, I didn't. I think that was a TP out. Either way, Messi does fall down. And, the really unfortunate thing for EC Eclipse is that they don't really have that much point presence in this composition, at least if Bold is going around on an off angle. And that's what APL Luna have been taking advantage of throughout this match so far, is they just have taken the point. They've forced the point, and then what do? You have to win the fight out quickly, or else you're gonna just lose so much point presence. And HC Stormer gets a pick early.
And in fact, 2 picks early, it means that Luna already have a foothold on this kind of point. At what point do you start questioning the soldier pick? We're happy about it for our bingo and all, but at what point does the question kind of come through that is this the best way to win over, say, a Sojourn or something that could maybe try to put a bit more burst damage
The
into
real
this team, trying
answer
to maybe force
is
out a main block?
the moment you picked Soldier. Honestly, I was talking about this before the game. I was excited to see a Tracer here. The Tracer is on the board, and we are seeing Soldier for some reason out of Scars. I mean, the Tracer play was really good, despite them losing, and I'm not really sure why they haven't picked that
An early
hero.
flux here from Luna, though, is going to look to play spoiler Femsic dead already. And Vibing might have just gone in a bit too far, but with that shift, manages to sustain and, in fact, takes 2 with him. So, not only have they managed to win the fight, but they've managed to do it in style, losing basically no one and using only 2 ultimates there, while Tactical
Yeah.
Jazz, somewhere in there, threw in the Blizzard, it seems. Or either, oh no, just switched
They
to May.
switched.
My bad.
Yeah, they
But
switched to
that's
May
still
here,
a lack
and
of Death
that's
Blossom usage.
yeah, that's a very weird composition. I feel like if you're swapping to May, you might as well swap to an Orisa or Ramatra here. The ball,
Please.
I mean, it doesn't look good here for Eclipse. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna sit around a bit around the bush here. This is not a composition you run to win,
92%
as
counting the
May ult
Blizzard
comes
used
out.
early, just trying to deny, but nonetheless, Mezzi is going to be able to get that touch. So, oh, if they get picks here for Eclipse, oh, but Mezzi gets chunked down immediately by the Cassidy, falls so dangerously low. The moment he peeks out, the silver bullet is there, and there's just nothing they can do. They don't even get into the point this time. APL Luna, they are ramping up their momentum. Just
Yeah,
this absolute master of the 4 elements.
yeah.
Like,
What a good
everything
play
going right for
from
them.
HC Stormer as well to clean up here, but I'm getting a sense that so far Eclipse, I feel like they aren't really mended together. They individually they've shown
Mezzi's
really
on the
great
Rhine!
potential. Yeah, but individually they've shown great potential. The Messi ball play was quite insane to win them that fight. Scars on the Tracer now is on the Cassidy here.
They've tried in
played really
theory to
well as
run a
well.
bunch of different types of counters, but there's just not much gelling together. And the high noon from the side means that they're going to be forced to invest a beat. A bit of lag coming through here, but the Kitsune Rush in the meantime invested in Jace. Managed to get a kill on Femsic. So that's going to be the Lucio out early, but HC Stormer traded means that there's still an entry point for EC Eclipse in this fight. And indeed, Mezzi is trying his best to capitalize, taking that space forward, but it gets chunked down so dangerously low, and the Flux might just be the nail in the coffin. He goes down. And that might just be it.
Oof.
Scars, though, tries investing the high noon, but nothing to be found. Once
Yeah, I mean,
again, APL Luna going up on potentially what could be a
this
3-0 in this map, too.
yeah, this right-hand position could be a really good counter to the Mizuki, as the chain could be blocked by the shield, the rock as well. I mean, but you do need some kind of speed, and I mean, Femsic is on
Now on
the
Juno
Juno now, so it might work a
from the
little better
Lucio.
now. But I mean, so far Eclipse have been struggling to get into position here
And
to
it's already last
put
fight
the Rhine.
territory. They're only going to get 2 on this point. They have to really claw back now. And every single fight has been a switch up from the side of Eclipse. They're playing Mystery Hero Zima. And Scars
Absolutely,
falls
and
early as
yeah,
well.
they do get the flip though, so that's something. But
The
here,
May
great.
the Maywall is
Uh,
quite bad. Doesn't manage to quite cut off everything they wanted, but the Blizzard is better for the side of EC. He manages to potentially get the Sigma low, but doesn't quite find purchase. 27% and counting, though. Femshik taken down by the May on the sidelines. HC Stormer traded out as Kappa. Scar is doing it all
Scars.
himself. He's
Yeah,
picked up 2, and that might just be the way back in for EC here. They need desperately to hold this point. Vibing, taken down by Tactical Jazz, as finally a foothold reached for the side of EC Eclipse. They can kind of rest easy just for a moment.
yeah. Eclipse
Um,
finds a lifeline here, and they have the Shatter coming up, and Vibing has the mission to block that ultimate. It's gonna be big if it lands, and
Still, Luna
Mezzi.
approaching a third ultimate to Eclipses 2. So they really are going to have to both figuratively and literally block out Luna's attempts here, like the sun itself. And now both Maywalls coming through, but the High Noon's found itself on the side, doesn't quite find anything. The
The
Shatter
Shatter's
is
blocked.
not huge enough. It's blocked off. Mezzi goes down, and this might just be it. It's not quite the long death they were expecting, but they are being bled dry in rapid speed here. Scars, the hero of the last fight, forced to try to pick up the pieces, but cannot. HC Stormer finds that pick, and now it's all up basically to Tactical Jazz, who falls suit, and Shadowy is going to be the nail in the coffin. As APL Luna in 3-0 fashion, they are heating up.
APL Luna flawless so far in this match, not a single point dropped, and EC Eclipse are left to wonder how they're gonna beat this Goliath of a team, and they need a reverse sweep here to close this series out in their favor, and at this point they need at least a point to start them off, and they will have a map pick again, and they're gonna have to take us to a more comfortable spot for them if we're gonna see
I'm
another map
getting kind
after
of
this.
worried for Eclipse because while the potential obviously is there, there's really a question of kind of planning here. It really seems like they've picked these heroes not necessarily willy-nilly, but in a in a way where there's not really an organized idea behind it. And I'm starting to question whether Scars V2 might just be Scars, to be honest, trying to do the coaching and playing all in one, because they really would need an outside look to come in and say, okay, this is what we're playing now. This is kind of the strategy, and this is the plan. But instead, APL Luna, they've just been almost, I'd say, a bit patient. They're always the ones getting those late fight picks.
Yeah, I mean, I did like the Rhine composition they pulled out. It was a great adaptation, but I feel like it just wasn't enough oomph to their play in that composition. They needed to be a little bit more cohesive in their play. They needed to be together a little bit more, as this is a really a broken position. You need to be on the same page, and that was just not happening. The Shatter was blocked, and I mean, all around it just didn't look that impressive.
I've
But
also
I mean,
seen some I've also seen a message in our production chat now that there is a bit of an SR difference. That EC Eclipse is a rookie
Mm,
team with a D1 cap, while Luna is 4K. So
yeah, Luna scrims 4K.
now I feel
I
harsh. All of a
well,
sudden.
I mean, it is what it is. We're seeing the match unfold in front of our eyes. We have to really say what is happening, and what is happening is a bit of a slaughter at the moment as Luna pulling away with it. And yeah, I mean, I've scrimmed Luna like countless times, and we usually do come out on top. So not to brag, but but
Well, in
yeah,
that case, what is your
they're a
key to
formidable
beating
opponent.
APL Luna?
Um, Honestly, have master players on your team. Just like scrim twice a week. No, no, no. I mean,
All right. All right.
no, their strengths are really that they are just good players, and you need a lot of coordination to beat them. And HC Stormer we've seen has been on fire on the hit scan roll. Tiger, Jake is their the backline is their most like highest level in terms of ranked play. I will give that one for you for free, as I
Mm,
have a lot of homework on this team in terms of just my own gameplay. But yeah, Empty coming in here from a different team, I believe. They weren't
yeah.
on this team before, so that's a little bit of a not.
I mean, I'd say in
They're not
my
gonna
mind,
be.
right?
Hmm? Yeah.
I I feel like they're getting caught off so much in the pre-fight that even though they're not necessarily the team for it, I would almost recommend the sim strat at this point.
Mhm.
It feels
Yeah.
like they need to kind of speed up the tempo, try to get those picks in early. And I know I'm saying that as the biggest salesman for Mauga Sim Vendetta compositions in the past, but I really think that they need some way to kind of get around, HC Stormer getting an early off angle, trying to get a pick, or them getting split off, where, in that situation, Mezzi a lot of the times had to go touch the point on the ball and ended up getting split completely from the enemy, from the rest of his team. And I mean, really, it's a case where like they kind of have to figure out a solution to this because it's not an easy thing to solve. They're kind of getting
No.
caught
No.
almost a bit with their pants down.
I
As we
mean,
have a pick I'm seeing,
and
but
that will happen with the SR disparity this big. So we do have King's Row, and that is gonna
King's
favor.
Row.
It is gonna favor. I feel like Eclipse quite a lot here, as King's Row is a very closed map. It's very linear. There's not a lot of angles you can take as a ball player, as a tracer player. If you're, oh wait, I am sorry, but I've mixed the two teams up. They did go Ryan at the end, so it makes sense
Yeah.
if they want to keep running that. It did look. It looked like the best thing that they have pulled out so far, so it makes a lot of sense for them to keep running that, and maybe, like you said, add a little bit of sim flavor to that. Add a little bit of spice to
Well, I mean, King's Row
this
not
composition.
particularly a sim map. I feel like just the
It is.
very
It
kind of
is.
enclosed areas. At least in my experience, you want kind of a few different angles to bunker around. But I mean, they could try something with the Ryan. It is potentially effective, but I kind of worry just the way that APL Luna has been playing. They've been playing kind of around this very strong hit scan, and so um,
Yeah, and
that's
the sim is gonna allow you to TP onto the high ground here. As
as
EC
EC
Eclipse are the ones
Eclipse
to ban
this
Zarya
time
now.
banned the Zarya,
Okay.
and APL Luna banned the Reaper. I'm quite surprised at that. Um, I feel like that's kind of a mistake ban from them, given that it's not something that Luna have ever played. But I guess they just really want to protect the tank, which doesn't make a lot of sense either, because they've got the Wrecking Ball. I'm just not sure. I feel like in the case of a tank ban, you'd want to ban something like a Winston, something we've seen vibing play already to great effect.
I mean, this one is a little bit of a head scratcher, but um, yeah, the Reaper ban to come out from the other side. I mean, it makes sense. They probably want to play something like Monkey in this, a little bit more enclosed position. They've run a lot of dive APL Luna has. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. Maybe they are going to Ryan Sim variation of the Brawl composition just to CP to that high ground in the first point, take away the angles from the hit scan and anyone else who wants to really camp out there. You never know.
And I'm
And
seeing in chat that EC wants a role swap. So as we
ooh,
mentioned, that kind of flexibility coming in here definitely looks like a different look. Perhaps maybe if they're switching someone like Femsic, the kind of Lucio, the kind of main support IGL, or at least the player you'd expect to be IGL player, onto a sim, perhaps, as we've been alluding to, but maybe that's just
mm.
wishful thinking from a former sim player. Um, we'll see about that in just a moment. In the meantime, the Reaper ban for APL Luna, I mean, for them, the bans kind of feel wide open as they are just currently playing at such a high level. I think that pretty much no matter what they ban, they will still come out on top. So I feel like
Yeah,
this
I
is kind
feel
of
like
just an attempt
yeah.
to throw EC Eclipse off guard a bit after they've already used kind of their big game defining ball ban earlier on.
I'm wondering who's coming in to play the tank role now. Let me see got
Doesn't say.
who's got. I
Everyone.
mean, it could
That's the
be
issue.
shadowy. It could be shadowy going off of the flex support and onto the tank. They play Diva Domina. Domina could be a really good shout, honestly, on this map. As
Maybe. My
you
worry would
know,
be Mezzi, because Mezzi, as far as I can tell, plays only Wrecking Ball.
hmm,
So I feel like
I mean,
oh, our
maybe they
producer
play
saying
something
that
else.
EC has like 3 tanks. Um, as yeah, that does check out. As Femsic also plays Orisa as her
Oh
favorite
yeah,
hero.
Femsic. Yeah, true. Femsic could.
Literally,
One of the supports is probably
literally
swapping onto the
anything can
tank.
happen.
Yeah,
Well,
Femsic could swap
at
onto
the
the
same
tank,
time.
or
Oh,
maybe it's a swap between a DPS and the support
I guess
too.
we're about to find out as we're going into King's
We
Row.
are. Yeah,
Um,
Zarya's banned and
well,
Reaper's
there is
banned.
a
What is
possibility.
that gonna
I don't know if Mary is
entail
still
here?
watching, but there is still a possibility for them to play Bastion Sombra backline, frontline, as Shadowy, as you mentioned, is on Sigma and Mezzi is on Tracer. So they're gonna try to kind
Oh,
of play into that kind of pokier style, but still with the Lucio Kiri backline, rather than that Mizuki look, and Tactical Jazz ending up on the Sojourn as well.
yeah. That makes sense. Mezzi, I'm excited to see play the Tracer. I want to see what they roll out on. They played. I feel like they're very mechanically gifted as a player. Just looking at the ball gameplay, so it could translate really well onto the Tracer. This is I wouldn't say the best Tracer map in existence, but she can definitely work here. And yeah, we're gonna see how well it's gonna go. And one of your picks as well,
Immediate
the
wall off
Ramatra.
on Shadowy carefully as Ram. Indeed, you are correct. Ram has been picked, and I'm very happy about that. But in the meantime, the Sigma Rock coming out just kind of delay the form a bit. Shadowy taking a lot of pressure early on, but looking for that Tracer to get the Sojourn pick early, try to take that high ground space. Um, as the Lucio doesn't quite get
Oh,
picked off, but Tactical Jazz traded for Vibing. So an early tank pick means the advantage almost in EC Eclipse's favor here. And the Kira dive puts a lot of pressure as well. This is the opportunity,
oh
and
my
Jace
God.
taken down. So now all of a sudden it looks a bit different. HG Stormer goes and follows as Shadowy manages to take the point, and now there's point pressure coming in from EC Eclipse. This is looking
Yeah,
very good all of a sudden. Kappa just taken down immediately.
yeah. Like I said, I mean, we saw it on our own screens. Mazzy is really good, apparently.
Yeah,
So that was a really
that
good kill there
mechanical
on.
player, as
Yeah,
you
that
were
was a really good
mentioning.
kill onto Jake, as which really secured them the fight, it was still possible for APL Luna to come back into that 4v4 situation. They were down a tank, but they were even on players, and I mean, single-handedly, Mazzy turned that fight into the favor of EC Eclipse. There is a little bit of a delay here now as APL Luna gets 2 picks, but the spawns are right there. EC Eclipse are
They've
sitting
pushed up past the
pretty
choke
here.
already. They're still confident despite that kind of first fight loss. They know how the previous 2 maps went. That yeah, sure, maybe they get a few early picks, but we're still the better team. They're saying. Hey, and as the flux coming out early from Shadowy though, looking to
Oh,
try to play spoiler. Shadowy falls very low, doesn't quite
doesn't
find
find
anything.
anyone.
Kappa takes him down. In fact, Mezzy trying to do the work on the backline. He's got the pulse bomb in hand, doesn't quite lay it down, and Kappa's found another. The drunken master over here, just finding pick after pick in the midst of all this chaos.
Oh yeah,
As Mezzy
Postbomb
falls to
committed
HD
there
Stormer as well, and we're
might
back
have been a
kind of where
mistake.
we started.
Yeah, the Postbomb commitment was, I'm gonna say, a little bit of a mistake there. You're 1v5ing there, and you either just die or try to get out as quickly as possible. And I mean, if it's connected, maybe, but yeah, at this point, not so well. The Kitsune Rush
Kitsune Rush
committed though for AC Eclipse.
and the overclock, but still no ultimates invested in response from Luna. They're trying to just save things up here, accepting that they're gonna lose that fight and kind of letting it go past the choke, it seems.
I mean,
Maybe the
yeah,
picks
smart play,
early on were a bit
honestly.
too far.
Smart play,
As Shadowy
honestly.
is
You
pushed
know
up
you're
all the
gonna
way to
get
the
at
end.
least one fight here, and you see AC Eclipse using 2 ults just to break out of spawn, and they only have the beat available now. And
And now it's
facing
kind of the
that
worry. The
is
question
4
really
ults
becomes,
from APL Luna, and
this has
yeah,
kind of been the theme of this game, but do EC Eclipse expect the absolute hellfire that's about to rain down upon them as Tiger? He's going all the way in with that amp it up. Kitsune Rush used as well. Mezzy taken down early by Jace. And the Ramattra just bullied into the room. They've lost complete control of the point and have to try to make a play. Perhaps a map flip, but not really in the position for it, as they're just kind of
yeah,
bleeding out right now. They have to try to make a play, it seems, but just waiting for everyone to get back. The Ramatra just trying to
Tiger
take that tank play. Ramatra played
holding
on
on to
both
beat
sides
for
now.
the counter beat though. It was a really good play as Vibing
Both.
has the Ramatra ult as well here to finish off Shadowy,
So 4 ults
and
used, but
it's a really
Mezzy with the
good
pulse bomb
fight here.
might be the last person to get that ult. And indeed, the tanks have been traded, so still potentially a way into this for EC, but they've kind of stalled out without that frontline presence. No, indeed, as I say that, Scars takes down Kappa, and now all of a sudden the angles are going in the favor of EC, and so they're going to be able to push through the second point bend pretty
Yeah,
confidently still, as Mezzy holding on to that pulse bomb, but on the other side, still a blizzard available. 2 more ultimates coming up for Tactical Jazz and Scars means that EC are still in potentially a better position if they can manage to
Messi
play
needs
spoiler
to be
for
the
that
hero.
blizzard.
Messi needs to be the hero of this fight, as the pulse bomb is available for that tracers, and nothing else really in the pocketbook of
Blizzard
EC
comes
Eclipse.
through, doesn't quite find anything, but forces out a lot of the positioning. Kiriko falls low, uses the lane, and all of a sudden the backline is eliminated. Vibing gets both in a single punch, it looks like. Mezzy takes down Tiger in the meantime. Pulse Bomb still not used. Tactical Jazz, use the overclock. Clock on high, but just stalling out once again. Shadowy falls. They're trying their best, but it's just not enough, and Mezzy still has the Pulse Bomb in hand at the end of the fight, not quite able to push through. Those early
Okay,
picks were crucial for APL Lunas. They're starting to find
same
their
thing
footing
for
once
this
again.
fight. Same thing for this fight. EC Eclipse used the Kitsune Rush that they farmed quicker than I thought, honestly, but it didn't really matter as they didn't convert
And
the
Jace has his now.
ultimate into a fight win. And yeah, you're looking at a Kitsune Rush overclock from APL Luna. It's gonna be scary. You
Mezzy's
have to
found his way once
disengage
again
this
into that
somehow.
back line, trying to put some pressure on the point. Get that APL line a bit split. Falls down to 6 HP, but manages to get out just barely. And Vibing now forced back a bit as well, with the attention drawn. But the Maywall is excellent, and the follow up with the Kitsune Rush means that Shadowy is just absolutely dead, and Scar is soon to follow. Now,
Okay,
Tactical Jazz tries to get out, but unable to do so, and Mezzy falls
30
to the
seconds to
final.
touch here for
30 seconds.
Eclipse. They still have no really ultimates.
Kind
I
of
mean, they're
has to
gonna
be
get
femsick.
beat. They're gonna get beat, but Mezzy or Famsic have to touch here. Yeah.
The win
And
condition
all the
really is
angles
getting
are
that beat
covered.
off close enough to point.
Yeah, all the
Question
angles
is
are
if they
covered
can.
by the
Yeah.
APL Luna side. 5
We see
seconds remaining
Tracer
to touch.
coming through, coming for the first touch gained, but the beat is already run out, and Tactical Jazz immediately taking advantage, and Kappa SD taken down, but Scars soon to follow means the APL Luna, they are in a great position to just end this here. Still, Pulse Bomb in hand doesn't find a the blah blah blah. Shadowy taken down and Mezzy soon to follow means the APL Luna, they take this fight and take this game in convincing fashion. A good fight from EC Eclipse at the end. Oh, wait, no. I'm stupid.
Yeah, I mean, Famsic had
Game's
to
not over
use
yet,
the
is it?
beat to touch, and that meant that APL Luna's Lucio just had the better beat. It just won them the fight. It's just that simple. The later beat used by APL Luna meant that they just had 5 seconds where nobody on their team could die, while AC Eclipse were just falling like flies. And at the end, they did push it pretty far. I mean, farther than I would have expected them. And
Tiger asking for a Mercy Mirror as APL Luna rolling out the Lifeweaver Kiriko in the attack responder. Mezzy, meanwhile, has gone over to the Pharah, and the Ram still being played by Shadowy means they're sticking to that brawly style.
yeah, Tiger hovering over this cat. Never
I don't
mind.
believe that hover for a second.
Back to the
To
Brig
be
we
honest.
go. Actually,
Now here's
Brig chosen over Lucio now for some reason on the attack. It could work, but I mean, I would expect a Lucio to come out. Messi though
Now here's the
on the
question. We saw
Pharah,
it be
there's
quite
going to be a
close
little
just
bit.
up until that second point kind of ending there for EC Eclipse. If APL Luna kind of take their foot off the gas just for a moment, it might just allow EC Eclipse a way back in because they don't have that much to hold, to be honest. A good first point here will mean an ending, and APL already rotating all the way around, trying to gain some damage around the kind of back point here, uh, as Farah doing major damage and Tiger taken down early. A bit
Ooh,
of kind of a response to that hubris earlier, and you've almost got to call it that. As in the meantime, Vibing taken down after an attempted duel with Scars, but Scars and Femshik both die. The sustain not quite there, but in the meantime, they've just cleaned up the fight. Who needs healing when you can just kill? To be honest,
yeah, Messi.
this has been a bit of a sloppy fight from APL, as they've lost so many people on the walk-up, and now, I mean, 1 minute in, EC still have a solid hold of this. They've just tried to walk over, perhaps got a bit overconfident, and
And
they get immediately punished. EC, they are still in this game.
Messi has a deceptive amount of ult charge going to the next fight. I mean, 64% might seem like a far away from an ultimate, but I mean, they might get it, and APO Luna might not even expect them to have that ultimate online.
The Soj flank does a lot, but HC Stormer taken down low, forced to fall back right as the engage comes in from the rest of APL Luna. The Maywall is good, though. Manages to potentially get a lot of damage onto the Ram, being burned down.
Hey, Tiger does find a kill into Shadowy though here, and that opens up the tin can for APO Luna to take this control point home, and they do actually do that as there was nobody on point. And
4
yeah,
minutes
they're
and
looking pretty.
39.
They're looking really good going to the streets phase of this map. I mean, you have 3 ultimates online. Yes, Eclipse has the barrage. Yes, they have the tank ult and 2 of their own, but oh, never mind. Tactical Jazz finds
Tactical
a kill into the
Jazz.
HC Stormer.
Luck
Uh,
put in chat from HC Stormer as APL still kind of riding the high of their situation here. And oh, Maywall provides a lot of danger for Shadowy here. Might just have to use the form, and indeed does. Crying when you're winning, by the way. Going into chat, as everything is kind of going down here. Mezzy finds Jace, but the Vermatra ult finds Femsic in return. So 1-for-1 support trade here. But Vibing
oh,
is actually going to be the first to fall. And Shadowy manages to convert onto Scars as HC Stormer. He's back with the overclock. and indeed doesn't quite manage to find Tactical Jazz. Tactical Jazz takes him down at 1 HP, but dies to the ensuing E.
All
And
right. I mean,
somehow
look at the ultimates
EC,
that AC.
they're holding.
Look at the ultimates EC Eclipse have saved. They have 4 ultimates. They only used the Mezi ult. It was a scrappy fight, yes, but they are still holding on to this massive advantage in terms of the ult, and they can use them in this fight to completely annihilate
Shadowy
the
now using the
opposition.
first one of those, and the second one used by Scars. In the meantime, Beat and Kitsune traded out by Luna, so no one has any support ults at the moment except for Femshik with the rally. A late fight rally here could turn the tides, but no picks found just yet.
And this is
As I say,
such an
that
annoying
Tiger
angle
taken
here from
down.
Mezi.
Mezi, he's as absolute as you're saying, free reign basically. They have no real hit scan presence to shut them down. HC Stormer is kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place here.
Yeah, and I mean at this point, like a very good place here from EC Eclipse. They only used 2 ultimates to secure that fight. APL Luna have nothing going to the next fight. Yes, they might get the Blizzard, but is that even an ultimate? Is the question here. As
Messi using the
Shadowy
barrage once
does fall
again, doesn't
down
quite
pretty
find anything, but
low.
Tiger dies right at the end. Traded out for Jace, but Vibing dying means that EC still have a strong hold. And I mean, they are stepping up. Tactical Jazz, hit scan, diff in the chat. As now it's EC's turn to get a bit fired up after 2 maps of what must be kind of soul-crushing defeats for them. This is kind of their time to become to kind of ascend, become that kind of ascendant dragon that they need to win. 2 ultimates still in their hands.
Yeah, and I feel like H. Stromer was playing a little bit far away from the front line there, trying to play a tracer while choosing the Sojourn is not really the best play. Flanking is not the thing that this hero does.
Oh, but Shadowy and Femsick taken down immediately off of that freeze, and Vibing using the Ramatra ultimate means that might just be kind of the seal, the nail in the coffin as well. They need to kind of die fast here, Eclipse, if they're gonna try to get a big final fight in, which they do have the ultimates for, to be very clear here, but Mezzi
Mezzi.
has stayed alive for so long. 2 picks found. Hold on a minute. They might not even need to make a new organized fight. They might just win this one as HC Stormer
Mezzi
falls
again.
as well. Tiger chased all the way back out.
Okay, Mezzi is the hero on this flex DPS role that EC Eclipse needed this whole time. I mean, yes, they can play the tank, but holy
Mezzi,
wow, they can
where
play
has
the
this
DPS.
come from? They were kind of stuck in kind of that shadow of the tank role, but now they've just ascended and, I don't know, become their astral self or something crazy like that. It's been
Yeah,
absolutely phenomenal to watch so far and
APL
might just
Luna.
net them their first map win of this game.
Yeah, APL Luna on their last legs here as 30 seconds remaining in this map. They need
The barrage
something
behind.
here from HC
But the
Stormer.
overclock from HC Stormer. Mezzi taken down early using the barrage, but two trades out from Eclipse already. Shadowy finds 2 more. There's just HC Stormer left on the point with 16 seconds to go. Takes down Tactical Jazz, but nothing else to be found. 10 seconds remaining.
Yeah.
Tiger and Vibing gonna have to do the ones on touch duty. No ultimates for either side. It's gonna be up to whether they can stall out this fight long enough for the Blizzard and the beat.
The touch
Vibing
comes in,
manages to get that first touch,
but not for
taken down
long. Vibing's
immediately.
down.
Tiger dies early. I don't think there's time unless the motorcycle can come out from the Dion, but nothing to be found. EC Eclipse have fired back in a big way.
Yeah, I mean, like I said before, the Sojourn is not really a flank hero. She needs to be like right next to the tank to fire damage from the main angle. And yeah, I mean, HC Stormer has been playing really well before, but in this map, I mean, he was just adamant to keep flanking, and that's not really what you need to do here. Like we saw in the last fight, you go on the flank in this like large map that on this like large flank, sorry, and everybody else is just gone. You pop the overclock, but there's no targets. They're all on your back line, and I mean that's a bit of a misplay here from HC Stormer as we are gonna go to a break as APL Luna 2-1 against EC Eclipse. And welcome back. We're back from the break. We're back again. We're back to cast the game between EC Eclipse and APL Luna. APL Luna are up 2-1 at this moment, but EC Eclipse have just clapped back with a win on King's Row, which was pretty exciting to see.
Absolutely. I mean, considering, as we mentioned previously, the rank difference between these two teams, a map win from EC Eclipse is honestly really good from them. But if you're gonna want to play spoiler, they've lost they've had a very tough time on that kind of dive mirror style. And that's exactly kind of the maps that are still in the pool, unfortunately. Gibraltar, for example, still available, and I would be not very surprised at all to see APL Luna go straight to Gibraltar, try to force that dive mirror out. So I mean,
Yeah,
still not out
we
of the
did
woods yet.
see a role swap though from Messi did go to the DPS previously on tank, and Shadowy is now on that said tank role, and it did look so much better. I'm not gonna lie, Messi on Tracer was on fire, and then at the end as well on Pharah.
I mean,
I
Messi, I
think
know he played
this
well on ball, but he is kind of that X factor they need to kind of keep that
absolutely,
success rolling.
yeah, I feel like they need to stay with this lineup if they want to succeed here. As yes, the ball looked insane from Messi, but it just wasn't enough. As you know, there was not enough point pressure. There was not enough going on to justify that ball pick on Suravasa. And I mean, I'm not even gonna talk about the first map as ball was banned and looked like Messi was a one trick on the tank roll. So yeah, I feel like this is the thing that they need to succeed here.
Absolutely, as we're just waiting for the remaining map picks to come through. On top of Escort being available, we also have Push, Coliseo, Esperanza, and Brunasapi available. I mean, Esperanza would be the one that I personally would be looking at once again, trying to just force that dive mirror style. Um,
Yeah.
as I'm seeing in the chat something about an APL Farah ban, which makes a
Okay.
lot of sense. I mean, that is kind of what was like messing them up in the previous map, just kind of having to deal with that extra Farah angle and the split attention of HC Stormer.
Yeah. Um, it makes sense. Yeah, Messi was really good on the Pharah, but yeah, with Lucia Cosell, I mean, at this point,
Coliseo.
it doesn't matter which order you pick, and you uh, APL Luna are gonna, if they don't win this one, they're gonna get to pick another map again. They're gonna go watch Point Browser probably later on, and yeah, as of now, Coliseo, I wouldn't expect this to be the most dive heavy map. I'm not gonna lie.
Well,
This
in my
is
mind, this kind of throws a spanner in the works almost for that dive theory. But with the Farabend in mind, I think maybe they want to go back to empty and maybe that Orisa look, try to change it up completely as they realized, all right, we've kind of been maybe not figured out is the right term, but we've kind of been exposed here in a match that we thought we'd have an easier time winning, and so they're gonna try to do a different look, catch EC off guard early and potentially net
yeah.
me a couple points on my bingo in the meantime.
I mean, Vibing did play the Ramatra. I mean, it wasn't as good as their dive compositions, but Vibing can still play that like brawly style stuff pretty well. It's not out of the realm of possibility that they're just gonna run something a little bit more brawly, but I do still expect them to maybe come out on something like a Winston here, something like a Diva. I don't know, but
Mm-hmm.
it's strange that they picked this map, considering how much better they were at the dive composition. So yeah,
I'm
I'm
thinking maybe they want to enable HC Stormer with the kind of longer sightlines, especially towards that kind of early part of the map. Just try to get that Sojourn into position to carry, like we saw on map 1 and 2, where HC Stormer was definitely kind of the defining player for Luna. But like you're saying, it is still a bit of a head scratcher. I'm just trying to look for any possible explanation here.
well. I don't know. I mean, even on their sheet, they say that Esperança is their favorite push map
Hmm.
as a team. So that still leaves me a little bit perplexed as to why we're seeing Colosseo. But I'm all here.
And we're gonna see soon, I guess.
I mean, I'm
Bans
all
are
for
apparently not going
being.
well.
I'm all for being proven wrong here, but I think really Esperanza was a better pick here. But maybe they're trying to make it things interesting. Obviously, this is not a match that really
Yep.
matters. It's kind of a friendly, if we want to put it in those terms. But yeah, maybe they're just giving their opponents a little bit of a chance to come back into this one, and I mean that's totally fine as this is not a competitive match. And yeah, um, yeah, they're having a little bit of trouble with the rule set of banning. Of course, you cannot ban a single hero twice.
Yep.
Uh, at least not by the
Seems
same
like it's
team.
turning out to be, yep, exactly as I was about to say, that a Lucio ban from the side of EC Eclipse. Trying to kind of disable that brawly style, I'm guessing. But it
Mm.
makes me wonder what they're gonna play now. Because they were running, I think, the Lucio Kiri throughout the entirety of King's Row, at least from what I can
Yeah,
see.
don't know what's going on. I'm not gonna lie. The fire ban from APL Luna makes sense, but
So
maybe they're
maybe, I
not
guess,
running
trying
Juno
a
Brig.
Juno Breg, yeah. I mean, it could have something to do with the role swap, or if they want to role swap again to something that they're perhaps a bit more comfortable on. I guess only time will really tell.
Yeah,
It's really hard to say here. As slowly but surely we're getting into the game after a bit of confusion on kind of the bans and the whole situation with all of that.
it looks like there is still a little bit of confusion in the match chat. A little bit. They're confused about the map order.
Well, this is
Um,
how it goes sometimes. Technical difficulties do happen, and you just kind of have to live
I
with
think
it.
it's
That's why
less
we're here.
technical and more just I don't know.
In the meantime, if you want to make our little card game a bit fun, since Mary has long since left us, would you like to take over her cards?
Would she rest in peace? Okay, well, would I love to take the three least?
Which would put it well, it would, I believe, because Soldier got played, put you at 2
I
points.
guess. I guess.
And make things
You have
just a little bit more
2 points as
interesting.
well,
Yes,
right?
exactly. So it's tied at 2.
We can just draw like 2 or 3 more cards each, or we can just
For the
get
final
into the
map
map.
only? Or not.
Yeah.
I guess we're going into the map now. A
Well,
bit
what do you mean
too late
final
for us
map?
to draw a card.
There still might be
Or,
2 maps
oh
if you
yeah,
see
that's
Eclipse
true.
win this one. But
Well,
yeah,
at this point, if we're gonna draw, it's gonna be for the final map, as um,
true.
we're not really gonna have time before this one. Just loading in 10 seconds to see what the plan is here from both sides. It's kind of been a bit of confusion both surrounding the map picks and the bans for each of the teams, but it is a Juno Kiriko look, it looks like, from EC Eclipse, while Luna are going with vibing on Junker Queen.
Yeah, makes sense. This at least the first fight here is good for Brawl. Really good for Brawl. Uh,
The
okay.
chat. Okay,
I
that's
listen. 3 years ago, I mean, I was out and about living my life. I didn't know who Holland was, and
Mm,
then some guy in like the shop comes up to me and says, "Oh, you look like a Holland." And then it happened again the same week. And I was like, "What the hell? I don't like this. I don't like being compared to men, as I am trans, and I do not like being masculine or anything."
fair
But now,
enough.
now I'm a big fan of Haaland, and now I'm like, okay, wait, this guy's cool as fuck. So sure, I am Haaland.
Yeah,
Either
fair
way,
enough.
the game we have a game to cast.
We do have a game, and Shadowy already goes down to HC Stormer. That Sojourn look, as we were kind of alluding to, coming through on the side of APL Luna. Their Junker Queen has managed to sustain through the first kind of early brawl, taking space around that staircase area. In the meantime, it's a Tracer duel between Mezzi and Kappa, just trying to mirror that major threat from the previous map. Scar is taken down early by Vibing, though, just kind of making sure that the bot stays moving for APL, and Vibing just holding that front angle, trying to
Yeah.
poke out any picks.
Yeah, Shadow's getting a lot of damage taken here and forced to use this ability as well. But HG Stormer gets a
Stormer takes
pick
down
onto Tactical
Tactical
Jazz here.
Jazz.
Yeah.
And that space being held here is kind of crucial for allowing this bot to just push through all the way under the bridge already. So perhaps even an early checkpoint for APL Luna if EC aren't careful. But Tiger, as I say that, taken down by Mezzi. Still dangerous as ever on the Tracer. An AC Stormer forced to back up. That's going to be a fallback from Luna.
Ooh. Yeah, not somewhere you want to be if you are the hit scan. Not right in front of the enemy tank, but that is life. And Vibing does go down as well. It's just cleanup here for EC Eclipse. They're gonna push ahead here to gain their first meters. And yeah, going to the next fight, they're gonna have the Kitsune Rush. It is mirrored on the other side, and I mean, looking at the ults, APL
Incredibly
Luna
aggressive from
are
Shadowy. Hold on, he might get punished for this.
looking
But
quite
manages to
good.
flee under the bridge, surrounded already on all sides by APL. But manages to get out, just trying to play things patiently.
Yeah, I mean, I think Shadowy is just going aggressively here to maybe get this annihilation off. And yeah, it could work, but right now they're in a bit of a pickle here as HC
A
Stormer pops the
Stormer
overclock.
jumping straight through, finds two on the cross, and barely any backline left for the side of EC Eclipse. Their push is completely stalled out. As Shadowy taken down as well is just going to be the nail in the coffin. Femshik falls. Jace traded out, so a bit of a stalled out pick there, but still the fight going over to APL.
Yeah, great fighter from Luna, not using really pretty much anything except for the overclock. EC Eclipse, though, do have basically the same situation. A lot of ults available for either side, and there's a little bit of a tracer fight here on the side, but the main attraction is here as both teams pop support ults.
And Tiger and Vibing are the first ones to fall. Tactical Jazz does really well on that cast to completely flip the bot, which has kind of gotten stuck around the center part of this map so far. And just immediately you see kind of the retreat from APL Luna, but they have 4 ults now, compared to 2 coming up on 3 for
Yeah,
EC Eclipse.
yeah, this is gonna be a scary side here from EC Eclipse. Mezzi going low, but is gonna stay alive here for a little bit longer, and
Jace
does
using the
find a
Kitsune
kill
rush
onto
earlier, but
Kappa as
Kappa dies
well.
right as that happens. Mezzi
Yeah,
goes in with a pulse bomb, doesn't quite find anything, and Vibing is just staying alive on the Junker Queen. As I say that, though, managed to get chunked down real low, but still has that ultimate, could be invested at any moment to try to turn that fight, and does indeed. For anti-hide. The Suzu not available to be used as Scars falls. Tiger, though, traded out, so both flex supports out. HC Stormer taken down by Shadowy as well. There's a big issue kind of brewing in the backline. You have a Ramatra in there, but Vibing is dead already. And
that
lead
was
now
an
falls into the hands of EC.
all-out heavy fight as everybody used every ultimate they had available, and now Kappa is the only one with an ultimate. And it's only a pulse bomb available for APL Luna, but
And the
EC
hit scan
Eclipse do
ultimate's coming
find
online.
EC Eclipse do find the lead here as well as the checkpoint. The bot scratch is complete for this team, and they're looking very comfortable here as they are now in the lead. And
Pulse
Shadowy
bomb thrown in, doesn't quite
here.
find anything as the engage comes through. Using that Junker Queen shout, they have to try to find a pick before they stall out, but they kind of run out of time here, and Shadowy can just take up all that main brawl damage. In the meantime, Kappa taken down by the ensuing high noon, but Shadowy traded out. HC Stormer does well to find the kill, but Tiger traded out by Mezzi means that the advantage still very much in the hands of EC Eclipse. If they get this fight, they're going to be able to push quite a
What
ways
is that?
away. And what a stick from Mezzi there, taken down instead by HC Stormer. HC Stormer fights 2. And the comeback from Vibing and HC Stormer is immense as they've managed to push the bot. They're going to get it all the way back to middle, Zima.
Yeah, JKS has the Kitsune Rush available very, very soon here. That's going to be the defining ultimate of APL Luna, who has to reclaim the lead here if they want to win this map. And EC Eclipse on the other side do have both their support ultimates, so they're a little bit stronger in this coming fight, as there is a little bit of fight here happening already on the right side of the map.
And Jace with that Kitsune rush could potentially try to play spoiler, but taken down early by Tactical Jazz. They've done well to isolate that Soul ultimate, but in the meantime, hold on, Shadowy is in a bit of trouble here. The Junker Queen manages to get through to the backline, but doesn't quite find anything either. And Orbital Ray Force to be used, but Kappa finds Mezzi immediately, and Scars falling as well. It means that APL Luna, it's now their turn to push, and they've gone all the way around the bend, and they're going to get it all the way around the bend, it seems, as not much Shadowy can do here solo. The Juno forced to just get out, as Kappa tries to chase, but not really much of a result. Oh, as I
Finds
say
a
that.
icicle, but isn't able to finish it off. But it does fall
And
down,
Mezzi, in
actually.
fact, gets the trade. And
They can
Mezzi finds
touch.
two. Mezzi, all of a sudden, they might even stop them from getting the checkpoint. Vibing is all alone on point. Goodbye, buddy. And there's nothing
What
they
did I
can
just
do.
witness?
3 dead already. It's sloppy, honestly, from APL Luna. They've stepped into so many positions where it feels like they just die out of nowhere, where they should have the advantage.
Yeah, zero ultimates
Overconfidence,
used
perhaps a bit
for
of nerves.
zero ultimates used for EC Eclipse, and they're steaming up ahead onto the checkpoint to try to extend their lead, but they don't even need to, as they can just chill out here and let the fight come to them. Annihilation available for Shadowy here, as he gets
Frozen
frozen.
early! Vibing takes him down with Yaks. And Tactical Jazz falling soon after means that EC, you're going to want to retreat, or at least try to save your resources, and indeed they do, as Jace actually investigates Kitsune Rush. So perhaps a good kite still from the side of EC.
Yeah, I mean, it's anyone's game here at this point. They're gonna get the checkpoint, APL Luna will, and after that is just gonna be whoever has the cleaner fight
But look
is
at the
who's
top of
gonna
the
get the
screen
lead
now.
here.
6 ultimates on our screens. Probably all about to be popped, knowing these two teams so far. As the Rampage is first, all 3 immediately out for EC Eclipse, but Scar's taken down early. HC Stormer traded out. All 3 popped for Luna as well, as it is absolute chaos on my screen. Tiger is dead. Tactical Jazz is dead. Jace is dead. Everyone is dead. But Vibing still standing, breaking through the noise. Manages to get the health pack, staying healthy and alive. Mezzi and Shadowy are going to be the ones to try to play spoiler. A Junker Queen ult used in the midst of it all. And Mezzi, in fact, is the one who's taken down. But the bots moved all the way to middle. Finally, back in the hands of APL Luna as Vibing is going to be the one to end off this fight with a big set of kills along with Kappa.
Okay, but the great
Finally,
bot kill though from EC Eclipse, that's gonna slow down APL Luna just that
they don't
much,
get
and
any progress.
no ultimates available for either side. But Messi is gonna have the pulse bomb available pretty soon, and if they can land that, that is gonna be the absolute match winner here.
Mezzi's going searching. He's been deadly with it so far. Could this be kind of the turning point finally of this match that brings it back into EC's hands? They haven't had a proper push in a while. Tactical Jazz takes down Kappa, but taken down by HC Stormer. Doesn't quite get the high noon off either. Tiger flies a bit too close to the sun. The soul, perhaps, if we're talking APL. Taking down HC Stormer and Jace to follow. And it's an incredibly clean fight off of, once again, sloppy mistakes from APL Luna, Vibing the last to fall.
How did Scar just stay alive there? I mean, great healing from Femstick there to keep their duo online, but going to the next fight is gonna be the most important fight of this whole entire match, as a lot of ultimates coming out and
Scar's
Vibing finds
frozen
the kill on the
early and
Shadowy.
Shadowy dead again. Scar's soon to follow, and it's overtime now. They cannot make a single mistake to try to save themselves from potentially a 5th map here. APL Luna,
Yeah,
they've got
APL.
the push. 2 ults
Yeah,
for
sorry.
either side.
APL Luna does use 2 ultimates for that, and now it's EC Eclipse's turn to just say what they
The
are
Ray and the
all
Rampage
about.
comes out early, but Shadowy is really low all of a sudden. Hold on, don't die early, Shadowy. You have to try to get a pick here, and indeed he does. HC Stormer to fall. Paul, no one can get on the bot right now. The Junker Queen has to force it out. Kappa taken out as soon as he gets out of the ice block. This might be EC. They have done it, absolutely. They have. They're going to a 5th map.
They're taking us to the final. 1, 2, close this one out. The reverse sweep is possible. EC Eclipse, despite being 5 ranks down below APL Luna, have now equalized this match, and Shadowy here with the play of the game. And
I mean, you really got to look at that role swap as
yeah,
kind of the defining factor. Shadowy,
absolutely.
not too long ago, was on support, and everything has just kind of gone topsy-turvy from the moment they switched the roles. They are playing way above their league right now.
Absolutely, they're punching way up above their weight. And I was expecting to just have some free time this evening, but apparently EC Eclipse has some other plans for me, and I mean, I couldn't be more happy about that. As what an exciting match we've had so far. EC Eclipse
Absolutely, it's blow for blow
taking
right
it
now.
to the final map. Yeah, and they might even win this one. I mean, the reverse sweep is on the table still. It's probably going to be a very uphill battle on Gibraltar, but anything is possible with this team.
Absolutely, the mental to kind of go down 2 maps, but 2 maps, see that the team you're facing is kind of supposed to be that cut above you, but then still be able to stay in there and stay fighting. And now to pull it back 2 maps, EC Eclipse must be feeling damn good. In the meantime, APL Luna, as we were kind of alluding to, they were caught out quite a lot in that previous match. Perhaps a bit of nerves. You know, you come in, you're expected to beat this team. All of a sudden, you're 2-2 going to map 5. So, you know, I'd be a bit worried if I'm APL Luna here.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I think the map pick wasn't the best one, and we see why.
Yeah,
That was a very brawly, the brawly map, the one that favors a lot of brawl, and we haven't seen a lot of that from um them before. They've only played dive before this map, and switching it
we
up
do in
last
fact have
second
stats for this
did
map.
not, yeah, did not bear fruit, unfortunately.
I mean,
I
I'm
do
gonna be
I do
honest,
want
I'm
to see
gonna
the
have to
stats.
question the Junker Queen from vibing because despite the fact that he did do well to kind of get onto that kind of brawly position, get into those fights, get in that pocket kind of, he's still receiving 11,000 healing and Shadowy receiving 13,000 as well. So it is very much kind of a battle of attrition, I'd say almost. And I really do think you favor a Ram in those kind of positions. The Queen really didn't find much value even in the ultimates, despite getting situations where, you know, 3, 4 people were anti, never really resulted in anything.
I would love to see the stats actually, because you're talking about them, but I do not see them.
I have my team comparison card up on my second monitor, to be honest. But yeah, I can see the player
There we go.
names. No, they're not flipped. They're not flipped now.
Yeah,
And yeah,
they're
as we were
they're
saying,
good now.
vibing. 11,283 healing received. HC Stormer above 10k
Well,
damage as well. And on the
you
other
do have
side,
to
Shadowy.
compare. You do have to compare the tanks to each other. Shadowy received even more healing, with almost 14k. So I
Yeah,
don't think that's necessarily the stat you want to look at the most. But I feel like HC Stormer once again pulling out a rabbit out of the hat, basically deadlifted, except for they lost, so it doesn't really matter.
pretty much. I
I
mean,
mean, you
the number that I'd really be worried about, if I had to be worried about one, would probably be 8 deaths on Tiger, to be honest. I mean, he's done quite well for himself so far in the series, but he got caught out quite a few times. Like
Mhm.
my mind goes to that kind of fight that you'd think APL would be winning when they're almost pushing into EC's spawn room, and then all of a sudden the Kiriko just shoots him out of the sky.
Yeah, I do think that this match or this map specifically wasn't one that was won on paper, but that one was won more on little tricks that EC Eclipse have pulled out. As I mean, I'm looking at these stats. This looks like a very even map match. Everybody has about the same amount of damage, the same amount of healing received, about the same amount of deaths. But what really won them the map was that bot steal at the very, very end. I feel like, because that just bought so much time for
Yeah, flip there
EC
at the very end
Eclipse.
would be disastrous. And as we were
Yeah,
alluding to earlier, Watchpoint Gibraltar trying to finally to force that dive here, looking back at what's worked for them in the past, those first two maps that you look at as kind of their defining points for APL Luna.
yeah, and I feel like this is going to be a. I mean, EC Eclipse should be very happy with how far they've come so far, but
That's a
if they
Widow
don't
ban.
win, if they don't win this one, I wouldn't be surprised. This is a map that favors APL Luna incredibly, like a lot. So yeah, if they're gonna win this one, they need something to need
Absolutely.
the
And we're going
luck to
straight
smile
into
upon them.
the map. No time for cards at this point. As yeah, I mean it is going to be that dive mirror that both teams originally said they preferred, and Shadowy indeed on that Winston, as it's going to be an Ana Brig versus a Kiri Wu Yang. So a bit of a greedier backline from the side of APL Luna.
Yeah, I mean, EC Eclipse, their composition looks incredibly standard for this map, and we do see an Ana, one of my picks coming out. So I do have 2 points now, so we're all tied up.
You have 3 points
But
because you combined with Mary. You are in fact in the lead.
oh,
I need to
sure.
see an Orisa in order to win this. As 3 minutes 40 on the clock. Shadowy just trying to make his way up around the kind of main tower here, but taken down early by Kappa as the as I need to just adjust to the fact that the colors have changed. It is going to
Yeah,
it is going to be kind of an early send back to spawn for EC Eclipse as the reality of the situation kind of starts to dawn that this is still APL Luna. They are still kind of that tier above, but Tactical Jazz does take down HC Stormer. This was kind of where that comeback began, kind of that hit scan battle. And in the meantime, Tiger taken down by Shadowy as well,
ooh,
showing that EC Eclipse, they're still ready, even though they're on a different comp. So it's very back and forth at this point. Shadowy.
yeah. I mean, so far EC Eclipse have surprised me once again. They've pulled out a dive composition here, and they're going toe to toe with APL Luna. Messi finds
And
a kill into
Mezzi takes down
Kappa out of
Kappa.
nowhere. I mean, Kappa, why are you there? Your whole team
And that takes the
is
payload
regrouping,
all the
and
way through the bunker
yeah,
area.
they're
Kind of
gonna
at the
be
bottom of
in a
that
one
bridge.
fight. They're gonna be in a one fight territory here. As HC Stormer finds a kill into Shadowy,
Vibing. He tries to go for
this
the solo
guy,
dive, but doesn't find anything. HC Stormer is actually going to be the one to find value, as you were mentioning. And the Tracer getting bullied over. Mezzi is 2 for 1 on Kappa as the Tactical Jazz forced back a bit though. Vibing, trying to force the issue here. The Ana falls low, but the whip shot does well to avoid. Tactical Jazz taken down in the meantime. But HC Stormer traded by Mezzi. The Tracers both kind of having their way with the hit scans right now.
and that's their main
As
carry on the side of APO Luna. They have a little bit of window of opportunity here to come back into this fight here. As I mean, I feel like I'm not going to be wrong by saying that HC Stormer has been the most impactful player so far.
Absolutely he has, but both backliners dead. EC Eclipse are finding pick after pick, and that has led to the Force kind of primal from Vibing here. Takes down Scars, takes down Femsic. So hold on now, it might not be over still. But HC Stormer taken down by Shadowy. They're just one by one picking off the enemy backline, the enemy core falling apart. But Vibing finally gets taken down. That might just be the nail in the coffin because EC, they are damn close to getting this checkpoint and damn close to starting what could be a snowball that defines this map.
Yeah, Tactical Jazz, opposite Overclock, but I don't really see anybody on the field. Actually, I do. Tiger and Kappa
Tiger and
out of
Shadowy.
nowhere finding the touch, but most importantly, they're finding the picks. Tiger with the finishing blow onto Mazzy finds a kill that they needed. And only 1 minute remaining here for EC Eclipse. They haven't even gotten the first checkpoint. And HC Stormer, the Goliath of this match, is has overclock in the back pocket. This is looking really tough here for EC Eclipse.
But on
They
the other
need a
side, Mezzi
miracle.
closing in on that pulse bomb. So they're just trying to make their way through here, trying to contest the health pack. Mezzi used the pulse bomb, doesn't quite find anything. Kappa was seemingly the target for that one, if not vibing. But a dive onto the backline. Tactical Jazz taking down early HC Stormer. As you're mentioning, that overclock, 16 seconds on the clock. EC Eclipse, they have to find something now, but Mezzi and Femsic are dead. There's not much they can do at this point. It looks like it's going to be a full hold from the side of APL Luna, as a push that looked so good just fizzles out at the worst possible time for EC Eclipse.
Yeah, and this is a full hold that EC Eclipse are gonna want to have a review on, because that was so close. They needed just that little bit of an extra push to take them over the line. But APL Luna coming out of nowhere, just surprising everybody on the server, and I mean probably
If you
everybody
look at
off
the
the server
first
as
two
well.
if you look at the first two maps, though, this is not exactly a surprise. Guys, APL Luna, they're just trying to show that they are still that team that went ahead in the first two maps. They were up 2-0. Just if you look at like maybe about half an hour ago, even,
Yeah.
this was a completely different story, and this would be not quite out of place, so to speak. But EC Eclipse, let's see if they stick to this diver, if they have something up their back pocket. It looks like they are going to be sticking to it. Kind of living and dying by the sword here, as there's not many
Whoa.
alternatives at this point. HC Stormer, is that a Torb? Oh no.
Oh.
Is that a
Okay.
forced point for Yuzima?
I think I somehow got all of my.
Yep,
if
you've gotten all three, and still no Orisa pick.
Wow.
Uh-oh.
Well, okay, it hasn't been played. I don't think it counts.
Okay.
I don't think it counts. Actually, Stormer is gonna
It's
go
fine. They
back
can
to
still pick
the
Orisa, guys. They can still
Sojourn
pick
here.
it.
Yeah, actually, Stormer goes back to the Sojourn here. I mean, it's a little bit of a troll here. It's fine. Everything's fine.
Vibing is on the
once
hog.
on the hog.
Tiger's on the
No,
life
this is
weaver.
this is
Are
this
they
is
rolling
fine.
out
This
on
is fine.
this?
No, this is gonna be.
No,
This
no,
is
no. They're
like
switching
a
all the way
strategy
back.
that they do where they just pull up the hog just to get a chance of a first pick, and then pull him back with the
Oh, I see. But Tactical
but HC
Jazz taken
Stormer.
out by HC Stormer.
Oof.
Hook not needed. They've just found the pick immediately. And EC Eclipse really have to think about how they can most effectively stall that payload at this point, as Vibing slept and stunned out. He's having an absolutely miserable time up top. But in the meantime, that payload still chugging along. They've almost gotten it down to the car wash area. And just kind of booping off the Winston. The dive's
Yeah,
not exactly effectual, but it's the payload that really matters still. And I think EC
yeah,
Eclipse
great
kind of
plays
neglecting it.
here. Yeah, great plays here from Femstick to disallow Vibing to get any purchase onto the high ground. As soon as I say though, a little bit of a missed opportunity here from Femstick to deny the Winston dive. Everybody has to fall off the high ground, and APL Luna has that one covered now, and are looking pretty great going to the next fight, as they're gonna just need one more here to finish this one out.
Yeah, they've done a great job of pushing the payload all the way through. But Vibing now falls low quite early on, taken down, in fact, by Tactical Jazz. This is kind of gonna start to be EC's way back into this fight, as Femsic takes down Kappa as well. So they've kind of won out the positionings here. And with Shadowy contesting the high ground as well, it looks to be EC all the way right now. The question is, how long can they keep that payload kind of in control?
HC Stormer with the overclock available again. This has been the ace up their sleeve for the entirety of the match. Will it be
And
the
Shadowy
deciding factor
forced
once
back as
again
well.
here?
Mez uses the pulse bomb, doesn't quite find anything. The Nano comes out onto Shadowy, going for HC Stormer, looking to kind of play spoiler to that overclock, and indeed is going to manage to get the pick. But Kappa, in the meantime, takes down Femsic, so no Brig available for the side of for the side of EC rather. As Tactical Jazz taken down as well, but Kappa traded out by Shadowy. Shadowy is doing it all right now. Now, Mezzi still in the game, still finding picks, and there it is, exactly. Tiger taken down. And the Kiriko up top is dangerously close to Shadowy there. Forced to use the TP, but this might just be the fight fizzling out in favor of EC, and Shadowy finding two. It's going to be the nail in the coffin, but with Mezzi dead,
No way.
the entirety of EC is running back kind of from spawn. It's going to be a rush to the end here with 1 minute on the clock remaining. Two ultimates for the side of EC.
Yeah, no
and two
way
for
AC
APL.
Eclipse hold on to this one. I mean, obviously Shadowy with the hero play to stop HC Stormer from just barreling down the backline here with the overclock. But I mean, the rest of the team following up as well means that they have another chance here to win this one out.
Absolutely, they do. And the rally invested early, trying to get the pick, kind of trying to save that Winston, but Scar's taken down anyways. Femsic finds one, Jazz another, and Mezzy a third. Means that this fight is all in the hands of EC Eclipse, unless Shadowy goes down here, but does not, in fact. Instead, it's Tactical Jazz taking down Jace, and it's a final fight territory. The issue I'd be worried about, though, not that many ultimates.
Yeah, they're switching to the Lucio Kiri here just to get back to the point faster as a whole team, but they don't have anything except for Vibing's Primal Rage here. And I mean, EC Eclipse, they need to farm the Nano here as well. So they don't really have anything.
APL might be in a bit of panic mode here, as the touch needs to be coming through within the next 10 seconds. Tactical Jazz uses the High Noon, doesn't quite find anything. HE Stormer, though, taking down by Mezzy. It's absolutely critical that everyone survives here. Tiger taken down by Tactical Jazz. This might just be it. APL Luna, they've fumbled this bag completely from 2-0 up. Shadowy finds one and Tactical Jazz another.
But there's nobody
It's all over. EC Eclipse 3-2 against APL Luna in our show match. What we thought was absolutely unthinkable. I guess you need your champs to win, says HC Stormer.
What have I just witnessed? A reverse sweep complete by EC Eclipse in our show match preseason.
What in the world?
And what did I just witness? The team
that was exploding.
0-2. And then we learned that they're 500 SR plus below APL Luna. They're so outmatched, and yet somehow the David versus Goliath story is complete. APL Luna fall to the sling of the David.
Absurd.
I have no clue how that happened. I'm not gonna lie, I need to analyze this. I don't know how. This was just pure friendship and magic from EC Eclipse somehow holding on to that last checkpoint. They got full held, but they pulled out the reverse puller hold in the final map, and APL Luna are gonna be down. What?
They are gonna be our champions for today. The Eclipse. The moon was looking bright tonight, but blocked out completely by the sun in the end. And we're being told to plug quite a bit of stuff here, I see. But I'm not quite sure if we're supposed to have an interview. We haven't been told anything about it.
I'm gonna assume no.
No interview. In that case, do you want to do one plug each until we get to the bottom of the list?
Sure.
Crown Cup Season 5 coming up. Tournament signups open today, the 13th of July.
Yep. Tournament signups close on the 25th of July. So that's going to be quick math, 12 days. 12 days you have to sign up your team for this
and 2 days later, on the 27th of July, the group stage starts.
Yeah, and it's going to end in about a month after that, 22nd of August, 2026. I don't know why I said 2026. It's implied.
And the playoff starts just about a week later on the 29th of August, 2026.
And it's going to run for 2 days. It's going to be 29th and 30th of August. And the grand finals, you will see that on the 30th of August. So see you there. I mean, probably see you throughout the season. But yeah.
Hope so. Absolutely.
Go sign up.
The magic you've seen today, how could you not sign up for Crown Cup, where champions are crowned? And indeed, today we have crowned EC Eclipse as the champion of this game. An incredible reverse sweep, and one which I frankly was not expecting. So thank you all so much for tuning in.
I don't think anybody was expecting. I don't think EC Eclipse was expecting the reverse sweep, but they pulled it off with the role swap. And
I wonder what's going on in Luna's VC right now.
Me too. Either way, do you have any final closing thoughts? If not,
only that GG to you for either tying or winning, depending on if you count Mary's cards as your own in our card game.
I think it's a little bit unfair that I have Mary's cards. I'm not gonna lie. So I think it's a draw. Okay.
Fair enough. I'll call that a draw, which is
Actually-
incredible still because they never played the Orisa.
Should we count the Torbjorn as half a point?
Sure.
'Cause we saw.
I'll give it to
I
you.
won! Yay!
Yeah.
Why are you celebrating? You lost? Big fat loser?
Well,
Oh, sorry. I don't know why I said fat. You're not fat at all.
Well,
And,
thank you guys so much for tuning into the Crown Cup stream today. We've been Smixen and Zima, your casters, and Mary as well, but she is long gone at this
Bye.
point. Goodbye.